You're listening to Community Radio WRFG Atlanta and on the World Wide Web at WRFG.org. 89.3 FM. We're proudly your listener-supported station for progressive information.
And next up is Second Opinion Radio. Please remember as you listen to the show that the views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of WRFG, its board staff, or volunteers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is a war of good against evil, right against wrong, and we, as animal activists, are fighting for their very lives, much like the people who helped the slaves escape and those who risked their lives to hide the Jews during the Holocaust. We cannot and we will not stop until each and every one of them is free.
And welcome to Second Opinion Radio. I'm Melody Paris. I'm your host this evening. So happy to be here with you. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Enjoying this sprinter weather. It's spring and winter, so it's definitely sprinter, as someone was telling me before I went on air here. We have a great show lined up for you. If you were listening during Democracy Now!, you may have heard me mention that we have a special guest joining us by phone this evening, Elizabeth Finch. If you are new to the program, we're one of the few shows that focuses on animal rights issues, the people who are fighting for them. But tonight we have Elizabeth Finch. She is the Vice President, Board of Directors for Good News Animal Foundation. We're so pleased to have her on. And if you were on our Facebook page earlier today, you saw some of the gorgeous cats that they have for adoption at Good News, but she's going to tell us all about it. Elizabeth, are you with us?
I am. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Melody.
Well, I'm so pleased to have you on. I have been promising myself that I was going to have you guys on this show for a while now because I'm such a big fan of Good News and the fantastic work you do for the cats here in Georgia and the good work you do for our community in that way. So tell us a little bit about Good News and how you got started there.
Well, a little history on Good News. We were founded in 1988, so we are celebrating our 30th year in operation this year. We're very excited about that. We were Metro Atlanta's first cage-free limited admission facility, and being limited admission means that we must manage our intakes carefully, as we do not euthanize for time or space or any treatable medical condition. So the past 30 years have seen us in strip malls and rented commercial spaces, but in 2015 we were finally able to open our very own freestanding facility that we were able to design and build from scratch, and we couldn't be more proud and thankful for the donors who made this happen and the volunteers who keep this place running. We only have a full-time staff of 4 and over 350 active volunteers. So we absolutely could not be here without the support of our community.
Wow. And, full disclosure, I was actually at the clinic a few weeks ago. I took my cat for the vaccination clinic, and I was so impressed. Number one, your facility is so beautiful, but the volunteers are amazing there, and the staff, so organized. Everything was just fantastic. I had a great experience, and such a great opportunity for people to come and get the vaccinations they need for their pets. But you do much more than that. You obviously save lots and lots of cats. How many cats have you placed over the years?
We have been able to place almost 9,000 cats since our inception. And we house about 100 cats in the shelter at any given time, and we have over 40 in foster care right now. Of course, that number is always higher during kitten season with pregnant mommies coming into our care. But our mission at its core is to find good homes for good kitties. And with this new facility, we have been able to increase our intakes and also increase our adoption rates. They have gone from about an average of 350 a year to last year we did well over 450.
Wow, that's a lot of cats, and
Yes.
it is a lot of cats. But I would imagine that you would love to be put out of business and there be no homeless cats.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be fantastic? And there's really a way to do that, certainly through spay and neuter. I mean, how important is it that people spay and neuter their pets?
It is absolutely crucial. This is one of the things that we promote through public awareness, education, and outreach programs that we have. And actually, one of our biggest happenings this year is the opening of our surgical suite. Initially, we will be able to do our own spays and neuters in this suite, as well as some dental and diagnostic procedures in-house, and that will be a cost savings for us. But we would like to be able to offer low-cost spay and neuter to fellow rescue groups as we grow. And then our end goal, which is still another couple of years out, will be low-cost spay and neuter for the community. And there will be more information forthcoming on the grand opening of that surgical suite, so keep an eye on our website and social media for updates. But this is something that we are so excited to bring to Cobb County because currently there is no low-cost spay and neuter option in Cobb County.
Wow, that is such great news, and I did read on your website. I mean, Good Muse doesn't receive any government funding, so all of this you're really depending on your donors. Is that right?
That is absolutely right. We subsist on fundraising, private and corporate donors, and grants. We do receive no government support. We rely heavily on our fundraising efforts throughout the year to support our mission. And our administrative costs account for only about 17% of our budget, so our donors can rest assured that we value their contributions and we really make it a priority to be good stewards of their generosity. We do hold a number of events throughout the year which not only help us raise money, but also helps to raise awareness of Good Muse and our mission of finding good homes for good kitties.
So let's talk about some of the kitties, and then we'll come back to the events because I'm dying to get to the kitty part.
Okay. That's always my favorite part, too. I completely understand.
I mean, oh my goodness, the pictures you sent. These faces, I love them. And if people want to see the kitties that are up for adoption, I want to give out your website, goodmuse.org. That's good, MEWS.org, and you're also on Facebook. But these kitties that you sent me, that face, the face of that orange and white kitty. Tell us about these guys and girls, maybe.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so the little one that I sent you with a little head tilt that is buff and white, he is Cassius. And Cassius came to us from the Asheville Humane Society. So occasionally we are able to take in cats from other rescues, and this is one of those cases. And Asheville is an open admission facility, so his life was really dependent upon finding placement elsewhere, because when he was taken in at Asheville, he was not in any shape medically to be adopted. So he had a pelvic injury. This was possibly from being struck by a vehicle, but he came to us and we got him the medical attention he needed. He is now on a soft diet only, and he does have a couple of lingering issues, like some digestive challenges, and an absolutely adorable head tilt. But I cannot even begin to adequately describe how precious and loving this guy is. He just loves everyone and everything. He enjoys playing peekaboo. He cannot resist hugs and laps. And he also happens to be our featured cat right now, and he is going to make somebody very happy.
He is precious. And so for the people that are driving, I want to describe him. He's like a pale apricot and cream color. He has these beautiful gold eyes. I mean, he is just gorgeous. And the look on his face, he just looks like he could just look right into your heart. He's so precious. I'm just in love with him. And I know he'll get a wonderful home. And if you're driving, you can't look, but as soon as you get to a stoplight, you can. Just go to goodmuse.org. Because Cassius will fill your heart. He is so precious. And I don't want to take away from those other two beauties. Tell us about those as well.
Well, Puddin', he is a big gray boy. He's absolutely gorgeous. And he was an intake from a local animal control, and this is how the majority of our cats come to us. We pull from a number of local open admission facilities where many of these cats would otherwise be facing death, and we're able to give them that chance to find a loving home. So Puddin and his 3 siblings had a home for 6 years before they were surrendered to a local animal control, unfortunately. But luckily, we were able to rescue them all, and it's so fortunate because he is a great cat. He's a little bit shy at first, but he's really coming out of his shell, and he absolutely loves attention. He's just not one to actively seek it out right now much. And he would probably fit best in a home that is on the quieter side so that he doesn't feel too overwhelmed.
He is precious. I mean, he literally looks like a calendar cat. He is stunningly gorgeous. He's a charcoal gray, but like around his little nose and whiskers, it's like a softer gray. He's got those beautiful gold eyes. Yeah, I could picture him in a home where the person is like drinking a cup of coffee on the couch with a blanket and, you know, just enjoying their Sunday morning, and he's all curled up. He is gorgeous.
Yes, he's quite the cuddle bug, and he loves attention. And then
everybody needs a cuddle bug. We all need more love in our lives.
Absolutely.
And that's what's so wonderful about, you know, I think about our companion animals is that, you know, they don't judge us. So, you know, you can be a little off your diet, or you can, you know, look a little scary on a Sunday morning, whatever. They're going to love you when you get home from that bad day at work. So
you got it.
It's so beautiful, these kitties. And again, goodmuse.org. If you're dying to see what I'm talking about, just go there and take a look. And then the third one is stunningly beautiful. Tell us about her.
Yes. Her, yes. Gracie is a beautiful little tortie girl. She's a tortoise shell. For those who aren't familiar with the term tortie, she was originally found by a TNR, which is a trap, neuter, rescue volunteer in the community. And she and her brother Reuben were kittens at the time, and they were still at the point where they could be socialized. So they were fostered for a while and then came to Good Muse to give them the chance to find loving homes. Reuben has been adopted, and Gracie is still waiting for her forever family. She's a little more reserved than her brother was, but she's come a long way since first arriving at Good Muse. She loves pets, and she's even gotten to the point where she will roll over for belly rubs sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, she is beautiful. I think the tortoiseshell cats are so exotic looking.
They are, and so often they're very sassy. There's a term called tortitude, which is a real thing.
I love that. I love that. So all of my listeners out there who pride themselves on being sassy, this is the cat for you.
Exactly.
Fortitude. I love it. Well, they are all beautiful, but I know there's many, many more there that need good homes. And in addition to needing homes, if people are listening who maybe can't adopt at this time, what else can people do to help Good Muse?
Well, we always have a ton of volunteer opportunities, both inside and outside the shelter. And we also have tons of events that we run throughout the year. Some of them are ongoing, like our Reading to Cats program for 1st through 8th graders, and then our Yoga with Cats program. But we have a couple of events going on right now and coming up that are super special. First is our spring flea market, and that is open on the weekends through May 20th. It's Saturdays from 10 to 5 and Sundays from 12 to 5, and we are still accepting donations through May 13th. That is located at 562 Wiley Road in Marietta. And I hesitate to call it a flea market because it's much better than what you might think of when you picture a flea market. It's very nice, very well organized. We have some incredible deals available. Everything is carefully cleaned, tested, and researched before it is put out for sale. And our volunteers log thousands of hours during the spring to make this such a successful market. It is our largest fundraiser of the year. So we would absolutely love it if your listeners could come support us and find some great items to take home in the process.
Oh my gosh, like who doesn't need something new? Like I love to go to things like that because, you know, I donate to them and then I just go get new old stuff.
That's exactly what I do too.
I love doing that, and that is wonderful. And I can tell you, if it's as organized as that vaccination clinic, which I am sure it is, it will be amazing. If you are just tuning in, you are listening to Second Opinion Radio on WRG 89.3 FM Atlanta. We have the pleasure of speaking with Elizabeth Finch with Good News Animal Foundation. She's the Vice President, Board of Directors. So I'm assuming you stay pretty busy with all of your events going on, and I greatly appreciate you coming on the show tonight. But before we wrap everything up and run out of time here, I wanted to touch on, as people are listening, and you talked about the spay-neuter and how important that is because so many homeless cats, but there's other benefits as well to spaying and neutering people's pets that maybe they haven't thought about. Maybe somebody's thinking, well, my pet never goes outside, so maybe I don't need to spay-neuter. But there's lots of other reasons. One, they might get out, right?
Right.
But there's other reasons to spay and neuter your pet as well. Can you mention a few of those before we end?
Well, there are definitely health benefits to that. There are some certain cancers that you can help prevent and whatnot. And I would really encourage folks to have a discussion if they are on the fence at all about spay and neuter, if they have any feeling whatsoever that this might not be the right thing for them to do, I encourage them to speak with their vet and really get a good picture and ask them what those benefits are in addition to controlling this pet population, because what happens so often when we have overpopulation, these open admission facilities, they have to accept any that come across, and then this is why they end up having to euthanize for time and space. And so this
Right.
is it's a universal problem, and considering that the average cat, female cat, could potentially have 3 litters in a year, you can see how quickly that could get out of hand.
Absolutely. And we see that in the feral cat populations, which seem to be behind every restaurant in Atlanta. But, I guess if you go back far enough, at some point there was a cat there that, was abandoned or whatever. But, those things quickly get out of hand. And so I certainly appreciate everything that Good News does and all the other organizations that are promoting the spay and neuter. Elizabeth, anything you want to share with our listeners before we wrap it up tonight?
Well, finally, I would love to encourage everybody to look at one of our new events on the calendar this year. It is May the 1st, and this is for all of our friends out there who are partial to Star Wars, sci-fi, and other fandoms, or maybe they just really like craft beer. We have partnered up with Pontoon Brewing for this event, and admission is free, and if you purchase a wristband for a beer flight, $5 of that will go to Good Muse. There will be drink specials, costume contests with passes to MomoCon up for grabs, 50/50 raffle, and more. And that will be May 4th from 6 to 10 p.m. at Pontoon Brewing in Dunwoody Place in Sandy Springs. So we would love it for you all to join us for this event.
Fantastic. Well, Elizabeth, thank you so much. Thank you so very much to Good Muse. Goodmuse.org. You can also find them on Facebook if you'd like to see the pictures we just talked about. I also have them on Second Opinion Radio's Facebook page. You can go to facebook.com/Second Opinion Radio. But there's so many more kitties there just waiting for you, and wonderful volunteer opportunities as well. Yes. So, Elizabeth and Good News, thank you so very, very much. I hope you'll be on the show again sometime.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it, Melody.
Great. Have a good evening.
You too.